Hey everyone, today I want to discuss the Aus-Rotten Anti-Imperialist EP, another favorite from my very early punk days. Another Spinnaker's price tag there. I was probably in 7th or 8th grade, and I actually have a vivid memory of being in the back of the store and flipping through the 7 inches and coming across this and just being enthralled. So when I brought it home and put it on the turntable, I was just blown away. This is probably my favorite Aus-Rotten stuff. I think it's this and the Fuck Nazi Sympathy EP. It's, the most sort of just straightforward hardcore punk. I think, a little later on, I think their songs got a little longer. They remained, this is they're an anarchist band. I think the singer, he did like an anarchist newspaper or something. I mean, they were the real deal. Beautiful red vinyl. I love Anti-Copyright 1993. I mean, this is the real deal. Another record that's just like, stuck in my head. And I mean, you look at the song titles here, and I mean, that kind of tells you what you're in for, right? No change, no future, we're lost. It's all at our cost. We're all fucking victims of the capitalist system. They ignore peaceful protests. I mean, all these things from, 30 something years ago still applies today. And that's like all great music, and especially all great punk music. You listen to Dead Kennedys records from 1982, and it's like, this could be about today, right? Because there's things that persist. I think this is just a great record. And of course, I'm wearing my Aus-Rotten shirt, which I, is basically this, right? I think this is a great record. Certainly one of my, favorites from the early punk days, when I was really starting to kind of be exposed to music that was a little raw, or a little more extreme, right? I was coming from from Rancid to, Dead Kennedys, Minor Threat, and the Misfits. Aus-Rotten kind of took it to the next level with these were, even though this was from the 90s, more current, a little bit more radical. And I think that I just, I love these songs. It is, just very straightforward hardcore punk. It's unapologetic. They're a band, I think at least once on this record, they have a great 1-2, fuck you. And, a reminder when I look at records like this, or I listen to records like this, it's a reminder that, like the origins of punk music and hardcore music, the origins, it is a left-wing movement. And not even necessarily left-wing where you have to be an anarchist or you have to be a communist, but if we think about the characteristics of punk rock and hardcore, things like, community and anti-commercialism, and a lot of things that I think we take for granted, these are things, caring for your fellow people and being inclusive. These are things that, the further right you go, the less important that is to you. So, when I listen to these bands, it's kind of a reminder of that. And I think that's important. And I think that those are values that obviously the scene and people within the scene, and myself included, we fall short of some of those aspirations. But I think it's important to consider that is the roots of this music, and I think this is just another great record. This is one of those records I encourage you to, close out my window, go on YouTube and search, Aus-Rotten Anti-Imperialist EP, and you'll hear exactly what I mean. It's a great, dual vocal, 1-2 attack, and just a great band and a great record.